Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our live Zoom session on the exciting world of careers in the pharmaceutical and fragrance industries. I'm Dr. Saginidu, and it's my pleasure to be moderating this evening. We are honored to have with us two distinguished speakers, Dr. Ten Yoon Yi, Program Director for IMU Pharmaceutical Chemistry Program, and also Mr. Fabian Mok, an IMU alumnus and an expert in the field of fragrances. Both will be sharing their experiences and insights through a 20-minute presentation, followed by a 10-minute Q&A session where you will have the opportunity to ask them the questions. Before we begin, let me quickly go over some house rules for this session. We have muted the microphones for all attendees to avoid any background noise and disruptions. For questions and feedback, please use the Q&A panel. And please be informed that this live webinar will be recorded. Our goal today is not only to enlighten you about these industries, but also to showcase how a degree in pharmaceutical chemistry can be a solid foundation for a career in these fields. So without further ado, let's delve into the world of pharmaceutical chemistry and its myriad possibilities. Thank you for joining us, and we hope you find the session both informative and inspiring. I shall now pass on the floor to Dr. Ten.
Okay, hi, good evening, everyone, and thank you, Dr. Saki, for the kind introductions, and a very good evening to everyone, students and parents. So I'm Dr. Ten, and the Program Director for the Bachelor of Science with Honor in the Pharmaceutical Chemistry. So just allow me a few, perhaps 10 to 15 minutes to have an overview of these programs before the sharing sessions by our alumni, Mr. Fabian. So IMU recently actually have named as a champion in the 2024 Employer Choice of University Awards for pharmacy by the Talent Bank. So actually this award highlight our success in producing a highly skilled graduates as recognized by the pharmacy and pharmaceutical industry. So our commitments to excellence in the pharmacy education is also further evidenced by our ranking in we become the top 200 university in the 2024 QS World University ranking by the subject for the pharmacy as well as the pharmacology. So additionally, our school of pharmacy also ranked top among the Malaysian private university and the fourth the national wide. So this is some of the efforts of our School of Pharmacy in IMU University. So let me bring you about the brief introduction about this pharmaceutical chemistry in the IMU. So at IMU, our pharmaceutical chemistry program is designed to integrate the two main important area. One is pharmaceutical science. The other one will be the applied chemistry. So in pharmaceutical science, we will explore the entire journey of drug discovery. So this will include the designing on new drugs, how to synthesize them in the lab, formulating them into the medicines that are safe and effective, as well as understand how this drug can interact in our body. So we also will focus on analyzing the effectiveness as well as the safety of these medicines to ensure the meeting the rigorous standards. So the other one will be the applied chemistry. So in this part, so the student will gain a very solid understanding, fundamental chemical principles that are important for the pharmaceutical industry. So this knowledge actually will cover everything from the developments and testing of new drugs to the manufacturing process that involve in producing them. So basically, this will form the foundations of understanding the chemistry behind the pharmaceuticals and the applications in the real world scenario. So our pharmaceutical chemistry program actually is a very comprehensive 3 years course comprising the 6 long semester, 1 short semester, and 1 MPU semester. MPU semester is referring to the general studies, what we call in Malay is mata pelajaran umum. So each of the university, either public or the private, you still need to complete these MPU modules. So The other one is our programs also adopts an interdisciplinary approach with the following components. So we do have the applied chemistry. So this applied chemistry actually is provide you with the fundamental of chemical principles that are important for the drug discovery, developments, and the manufacturing process. So after that, we do have the drug discovery area. So it's just to explore the methods and the strategies for discovering and designing a new drugs to address the medical needs. So next one will be on the formulations, development, and the engineering. So in this area, students will study the technique as well as the process involved in formulating a medicines, as well as how to optimize their delivery for efficacy and safety. So in addition to that, we do have the life sciences. So this is very important for you to understanding the biological mechanisms of the drug actions, as well as their impact on the human health. So the other one, we also do have the entrepreneurship and data analytics. So you are going to introduce to the entrepreneurial skill and the use of the data analytics in pharmaceutical research, as well as in the developments. So next one, we do have the laboratory safety, as well as the research. So it's emphasized on the safe laboratory practices and hands-on research experience. Last but not least, will be the internship. So we have a practical 16 weeks attachment, providing you with the real-world work experience in the pharmaceutical industry. So with this structure, actually will prepare the students with a very broad and deep knowledge based on preparing them for the dynamic field of the pharmaceutical chemistry. So this is how we design our curriculums for this IMU Pharmaceutical Chemistry. So one of the things that I would like to highlight that IMU is the first university in Malaysia offering this bachelor degree in pharmaceutical chemistry. So, and this year we are celebrating the 16 years anniversary of our program, which was launched in 2008. So over the years, actually we have still produced a lot of graduates, pursue career in the various industry, including the pharmaceutical, nutraceuticals, personal care, as well as the related sectors. So we have another key highlight of our programs is that our program actually is also accredited by the Malaysian Quality Agency, we call as MQA, to ensure our top quality educations that meet the industry needs. So in addition, our program is also recognized by the Malaysia Institute of Chemistry. So graduate can apply to become a registered chemist with the title of the CHM, which allowed them to practice their professions with the official recognition. So normally, registered chemists can sign and certify official documents that to report the test result. This is a responsibility only those with these professional recognitions can perform. So this is the reason why the registered chemist is very useful after you have completing this IMU Pharmaceutical Chemistry course. So you are able to register as a registered pharmacist, and you have the right to certify the test report. So the other one is IMU Pharmaceutical Chemistry curriculum is also designed to meet the international standards. So this program is also accredited by the Royal Society of Chemistry in the United Kingdom. So the graduate with this RSC accredited bachelor degree can become a member of the RSC, a prestigious professional body. So it's an international level. So the other one, this degree also can partially fulfill the academic requirements to become a chartered chemist, a highly respected professional designation in the field of chemistry. So once you complete this pharmaceutical chemistry degree in IMU, actually you can register as a chemist in the Malaysia, as well as become a member or the chartered chemist in the international level. So in addition, our program also offer a very exciting opportunity through our global partnership. So it doesn't mean that it's not only you can complete the whole programs in IMU, actually you also have an opportunity to have a credit transfer to the overseas to complete the programs. So in UK, we cooperate with the University of Dundee and the University of Strathclyde. And for the credit transfer to University Dundee, so the student need to complete 1 year in the foundation in science in IMU, and then 1 year of pharmaceutical chemistry program in IMU, and before transferring to the partners university for the drug discovery related program, either study for 2 to 3 years. It's depending on the program that you have chosen. So for University of Strathclyde, so you must complete 2 years of IMU degree or IMU in IMU Pharmaceutical Chemistry degree, 2 years. So after complete the 2 years, so you will be transferring to the partner university for another 2 to 3 years for chemistry with drug discovery as well as the forensic and analytical chemistry programs. So this is depend on the program that you are going to choose in our partner university. So the year at the partner university will be around 2 to 3 years. So we have the other ones. If you don't like UK, perhaps you want New Zealand. So we also have a partner with the New Zealand, with the University of Otago. So for this track, you need to complete a 1.5 years pharmaceutical chemistry program in IMU. And then after that, you will be transferring to the partner school to complete another 1.5 years program in the University of Otago to obtain the Bachelor of Pharmaceutical Science degree. So this will be some of the credit transfer options for the undergraduates. So we do have the postgraduate. So in this case, if you have completed the 3 years of study in the IMU Pharmaceutical Chemistry programs, and then you suddenly think that you want to further your study, you want to deepen your knowledge. So of course, you can further your study into the master. So we also have an opportunity. So you can have a credit recognition in University of Sydney to enroll for the 2 years Master of Pharmacy programs. So when you enroll this program, so you can some of the credit will be exempted from this 2 years module. That means you will study, you will be excluded to study some of the module because some of the module is already you have studied during your first degree. So in this one is normally you have 3 years. You need to complete the 3 years in IMU and plus the 2 years at the partner university, and you will get the certificate as a Master of Pharmacy. And then the other ones, we are at IMU, we also place a very great emphasis on the practical experience through our internship program. So during the 16-week attachments, our students have the opportunity to gain the real life work experience. This period is not just about the learning, but also about the building their professional network. Through this partnership with the various companies, so our students have interned at the pharmaceutical, cosmeceutical, and research-backed pharmaceutical company. Some have even secured a placement abroad, gaining a global perspective. And many of our graduates who complete their internships have been hired as a permanent staff by the company that intern with. So this is one of the advantages of our programs. So these are some of the internship partner with our pharmaceutical chemistry programs. It can be ranging from the pharmaceutical, nutraceutical, as well as the personal care. So I will take one of the example, GSK. So GSK is very famous pharmaceutical company that produces Panadol. So I believe that most of you have consumed the Panadol during your fever or during a pet. So actually, the Panadol is produced by the GSK. So you also have an opportunity to have your internship in the GSK company. So besides that, if you don't like to go to the industry, so you also have opportunity to go to the research center, either locally or the abroad. So locally, we do have a UPM, University Putra Malaysia, USM University Science Malaysia, or you can go abroad. So you have here from the University of Thailand, so or the National University of Singapore. So all these you have an opportunity to explore. You can do the internship by doing the research during this internship for the 16 weeks. So you can get a very good experience, polish your research skill, and so on. So the other one, we do have a food and biotechnology industry. Perhaps you are more interested to venture into the food industry. So perhaps you also can have an internship with the Nestle, FNN, or Urenson. So all these are some of the internship company that you can venture in. So the last one, but not the least, also the chemical industry. So Perhaps you like to deal with a chemical, some plastic, some oil. So perhaps one of the example will be the Petronas. Petronas, sometimes they deal with the plastic because the plastic mostly is produced from the petrochemical. So you are dealing with a lot of different type of resin, and then how to produce all those resin into the medical devices, because most of the medical devices are made from the plastic material. The other thing is the top glove. So you know that during the COVID-19, a lot of gloves have been consumed. So top gloves have become one of the very promising company in producing all these natural rubber products. So in top glove company, you can explore how to do the R&D developments, or how to improve the quality of the glove and so on, to improve the products that are suitable for the medical users. So now we go for the career path for this pharmaceutical chemistry degree. So normally after the 3 years of pharmaceutical chemistry programs, you can work in the diverse sectors, including the pharmaceutical related industry, chemical related industry, or the government agency. And for graduates who interested to pursue the master or the PhD, they can pursue their postgraduate degree locally or the overseas. So we have alumni pursue the postgraduate degree IMU, others local university in Malaysia, as well as in Australia, US, UK, Sweden, as well as Denmark. And some of them can secure the scholarship for their postgraduate study. So after completion of this postgraduate study, so the students can either work in the industry, or work as a lecturer in higher educations, or work as a researcher in the research institution. So this will be roughly the pathway, the career pathway after you graduating from this pharmaceutical chemistry degree. So next one is, what scope you are expected as a pharmaceutical chemist. So normally pharmaceutical chemist graduate can become the approved signatory of the accredited laboratory. As mentioned in my previous slide, so IMU Pharmaceutical Chemistry degree is recognized by the IKM, and graduates are eligible to register for the IKM membership and practice as the registered chemist. So this is one of the important points, and only the registered chemist can become the approved signatory and sign the certificate of analysis intended for the publics. So besides that, you also can work as a research officer in the R&D departments, quality control chemists that to ensure the drugs and the product safety, and the production chemists in manufacturing department to scale up the reactions and the formulations. So besides the lab-based scope, pharmaceutical chemistry also work in the non-lab-based environments. So for example, you can work as a quality assurance that involve the developments and the implementation of the inspection activity to ensure the delivery of the satisfactory pharmaceuticals product to the markets. Then second one will be a regulatory affairs. So this is your role will be to ensure a new drug or the medical devices are safe and effective for use in the targeted patients and populations. Next one, you also can work as a health and safety officer. Your role is to monitor the health and the safety compliance in an organization. And the other one will be a clinical research associate, so which involve administering and monitoring the clinical trial for new drugs or the current drug, and to assess their benefits and the risks. And we have a quite number of graduates working as a clinical research associate. They are employed either the pharmaceutical company or the contract research organizations. And last but not the least, so you also can work as a technical marketer or the product specialist. So you can combine your pharm science and chemistry knowledge with people skill and business expertise to recommend the product and service that best match the customer needs. So this will be the overall of the work scope as a pharmaceutical chemist. So basically, IMU Pharmaceutical Chemistry, we have a 2 intake. One will be in the February and April. The other one will be July and September. So our next intake will be on 15 July 2024. You will going through the MPU semester first, and then after that you will be commencing the semester 1 on 23rd of September 2024. So if you're interested to continue your study in the IMU Pharmaceutical Chemistry, you are welcome to submit your applications online. So this, if you have any others queries or questions related to these programs, so you are welcome to email me to this email address over here as illustrated in the screen, or you can scan the barcode here. So we have a one-to-one online e-meet sessions with you to clarify your doubts. So once you scan this QR code, actually it can bring you to the Google form. You just have to fill out, and then after that, our faculty member will contact you for the one-to-one sessions. Okay, I think that's all for my presentations, and thank you for your time. I'll pass it back to Dr. Sagi.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ten, for your wonderful presentation, sharing many unique features of pharmaceutical degree program. And if any of our attendees have questions for Dr. Ten, kindly hold them till the end when we have this Q&A session. Now let us hear from the second speaker of the day, Mr. Fabian. Mr. Fabian, I pass the floor on to you.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Ten and Prof. Sagi. Good evening, my dear guests. Allow me to give an introduction of myself. My name is Fabian Mok, and I'm IMU alumni, and I graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Chemistry in 2012. I'm currently also an ODL student in IMU's Masters in Analytical and Pharmaceutical Chemistry. To date, I have held 3 professional roles. I was an assistant lab analyst in Drug Houses Australia in 2008. I then proceeded to obtain my seed bachelor's degree in IMU before being hired by Firmenich SA, a Swiss flavors and fragrance company, as a quality analyst from 2012 to 2018. I then took up my present position as a chemist in SI Group Private Limited, a US specialty chemicals company. I have been there ever since. In total, I have accumulated 11 years of experience in 3 different chemistry-related industries. My journey from a wide-eyed student to a working adult has been pretty interesting. As I mentioned earlier, I first started working right after my diploma as an assistant quality analyst in 2008. Hours were long, and unfortunately back then I had very little training and guidance as my direct supervisor just resigned. It was pretty much the into the wilderness for me that year. As I was struggling to understand my work and life, I came to a conclusion that I should seek more skills and knowledge, and maybe obtain a little independence for my family by joining IMU in 2009. I anticipated a decent amount of guidance and knowledge, but I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of exposure I got from the detailed and complete curriculum. The lecturers and faculty in IMU are experienced and always helpful. Those 3 years were meaningful and actually quite exciting for me. I obtained important laboratory skills training, both theoretical and practical. For 6 semesters, we had to undergo crucial problem-solving projects and small group learning activities. The keystone moment was the challenging final year research project and industrial attachment that lasted 4 months. And just for your info, I was posted to 4 pharmaceuticals in Klang. I then re-entered the workforce in 2012, and with some luck and a little bit of help, I managed to join the fragrance and flavors industry. It was a completely new experience yet again, and thankfully the presentation and communication skills, as well as the industrial attachment I had, really prepared me to adapt to the intense pace and cross-functional environment of this industry. Luckily, my problem-solving abilities that I obtained from IMU module projects helped me to navigate through my job. This was crucial as I was working solo in night shifts as a quality analyst in the quality lab environment. The presentation skills and range of technical knowledge I got from my studies then landed me another job offer in the specialty chemicals industry in 2018. IMU Labs had a broad range of equipment and materials, and it was reflected in my CV. The company took notice and offered me a suitable position as a chemist in a process plant environment. Again, it was totally new and quite intense and different. Luckily, my years as an undergraduate taught me adaptability and flexibility in work and life. I adapted yet again, and it gave me confidence and the proper skill set to become a proper chemist. Throughout the years, the guidance of the faculty, the use of the equipment in IMU, and the learnings obtained empowered and allowed me to obtain my manager's trust and confidence in executing my duties and solve any issues that arose in these interesting industries. So what are these industries? A brief overview. Now, to give you a brief overview, the global fragrance and flavors industry was valued at $13.61 billion last year and will reach $32.27 billion by year end. That is quite a pretty small niche industry. Market consolidation or mergers has been ongoing the last decade. Names like DSM, Firmenich, International Flavors and Fragrances are merging. Whereas the global pharmaceutical industry is a giant, the market being estimated at 1.5 trillion USD in 2023 and is expanding at a rapid pace. It is big, influential, and is mainstream. Mergers are occurring for the past 30 years and companies have decreased from 51 to 10. If you intend to enter any of these industries, you will need an edge as competition is fierce and positions are limited due to these mergers. I may be biased by saying this, but joining a proven institution like IMU may help you in your goals. IMU's Bachelor of Science in Pharmaceutical Chemistry will guide you in topics like the drug development process, the differences between patented drug versus generic drugs. These are modules that will teach you on how the discovery phase of drugs occur, the timeline between development to production to sales. You will learn exciting things like natural compounds, where they are found and refined, the production process of these active compounds, and eventually the global quality standards needed for manufacturing these life-saving products. You will also learn various types of extraction techniques during your laboratory practicals during your time IMU. You will be taught how to perform techniques like distillation and to extract your desired products during your laboratory lessons. Chemistry is not only useful, but a very exciting and broad topic that can be applied to a wide range of industries. This will allow any potential students to enter a wide range of industries with hard to acquire both hard and soft skill sets, which brings us to the next topic, careers and opportunities. In IMU, you will learn as I have the required sets of technical skills to provide you with a solid foundation in chemistry and biology that the industry needs. When you enter the workforce, you will be in the environment where things move fast and with high intensity. You will require tools and talent for planning projects, communication and presentation skills, the ability to build and maintain professional relationships, and understanding good manufacturing practices. IMU can teach you that, and the good thing is that these skills are transferable and relevant across all industries. You will need that as the work area have demanding clients and demanding superiors. It is fast-paced, rigid, and regimented, which will require a quick and flexible mind. Admittedly, it is disorienting at times, but if you are able to master all this, a range of possible roles and positions are open to you. There are various different departments in pharma industries. You can apply for positions such as chemist, product specialist, if you want to branch out to sales, regulatory affairs, executive if you prefer regulatory work, or even the research chemist if you're into R&D. There are also certain specialized roles in the fragrance and flavors industry if you're interested in the industry as well. So as a quick reference, you can check out the roles under these company names shown if you want to know what they are. All these roles can be yours if you decide to join IMU's Bachelor in Pharmaceutical Chemistry course. That will be all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fabian, for the insightful presentation and sharing real-world experiences as well as a range of careers for pharmaceutical chemists. Truly appreciate. So we will now open the floor to the attendees for possible any question and answers. If you have any questions for Dr. Ten or Mr. Fabian, please ask them in the Q&A panel. Thank you. Okay, while waiting for more questions to come in, possibly I can ask a simple questions. Possibly Dr. Ten can take over this question. If any particular student, enroll into pharmaceutical chemistry program, by the end of the program, maybe he changed his mind, he would like to pursue pharmacy course. So what options he has, either, overseas or elsewhere, to become a pharmacist after graduating from pharmaceutical chemistry?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Saki, for the questions. As I have mentioned in the slide, so after you graduate, after you're completing the 3 years pharmaceutical chemistry degree in IMU, So you have an opportunity to have the to further your study in the Master of Pharmacy in the University of Sydney. So it will be for the 2 years programs. So during these 2 years, actually some of the you don't have to attend all the modules in 2 years, because some of the module you can exempt it because you have learned during your 3 years IMU Pharmaceutical Chemistry. So after that, after you graduating the Master of Pharmacy from the University of Sydney, of course you can become a pharmacist, but you have to register in the New Zealand, Singapore, but it's not applicable to the Malaysia. So in Malaysia, to practice in Malaysia, you must have your first degree in pharmacy. So this is another opportunity for you to become a pharmacist if when you graduate from the pharmaceutical chemistry degree programs. Okay, I hope this answer your questions. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. Okay. Okay, we have a question here for Mr. Fabian. How did you get a job in Singapore? You mentioned you got some help and support. May we know what sort of support and help you require?
How did I get a job in Singapore? Okay, first of all, I was already a Singapore permanent resident before this. And secondly, the truth is I received a job offer from recruiters. So that was actually my help. Wasn't the inside help.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. Okay, we have another question here. Can I specialize in a particular area within pharmaceutical chemistry discipline? Probably Dr. Ten. Maybe probably I try to answer. Is it okay?
Sure, Dr. Sagi.
Yeah, the
sure.
thing is, as already shared by our speakers, you know, the pharmaceutical chemistry discipline is a multidisciplinary field. It covers so many aspects in the life cycle of the product development, pharmaceutical product development, whereby, you know, at the beginning stage, you have a research chemist, whereby the role of a research chemist is to identify the potential molecules and then, you know, bring them to the next stage of the development, whereby the analytical chemists come in to ensure that these chemicals meet certain quality and purity and so on. And followed by formulation chemists, whereby the particular chemists will handle the formulation development, mixing these active molecules with other substances to make the product safe and effective. And followed by, followed by this stage, you have to scale up and production chemists and so on. So actually, obviously, yes, it's a truly multidisciplinary. Then you have all the options to specialize, whether you want to become a research chemist, formulation chemist, or even regulatory affairs chemist, and so on. So I hope I clarify this question. Yeah.
I think there's another question under the chat for me. How hard would you say the pharmaceutical chemistry course is? Okay, I think this is asked from Amir. But I think there's a saying, nothing easy is worth having. So I would say for a course like that, on a scale to 10, it's an 8 or 9. But I think if you work really hard and you work regularly hard, you should have no problem doing well in this course.
Is there any scholarship provided for this course? Actually, we would advise you to get in touch with our admissions and marketing office for more information on the available scholarship. Okay. And then maybe I go back to our question, another question, related question regarding the specialized, specialization in a particular area related to pharmaceutical industry, chemistry. Do I need to take additional certificates to become a specialist, or just the working experience enough? Maybe probably Mr. Fabian, yeah, can you be able to?
You don't exactly need additional certificates for most of the job roles actually, because you will have on-the-job training for that. For those, but there are certain niche positions that I believe will require additional certifications. your working experience is of course important, but I think for any job role, it's best that you look at the required criteria before you apply for it. I think that's the best answer.
Thank you, Mr. Fabian. And we have another question here. Will an average student struggle if enroll for this course? Then,
okay, sure. Thank you, Dr. Sagi. So, you don't have to worry because even though you are the average students, so we have a very experienced faculty member to guide you through the all the what we so call all the module. Because we are not only the examinations, we not only a full examinations. So actually, we do have some others assignments, practical report. It's not only based on the final examination. That's why you even though you are the average students, actually you are able to cope well with the workload, especially in the semester one. So actually, you also in addition, we also provide you with the support from the senior actually. So we do have a one we call as a peer teaching assistant. So we do have a senior actually. They can as a voluntary basis, so they can guide you, perhaps have extra sessions to explain to you actually for your better understanding of certain module, especially the chemistry-based modules. So these are some of the efforts or some of the strategies that we use to help the average students to cope well with the studies. So
And
no
if I
worry.
were to add, and if I were to add to Dr. Ten, I was an average student, just to let you
good.
know.
Yeah. This is a very good example. And the other one I want to clarify, right? Is there any scholarship provided for this course? The answer is yes, but it's a very limited for this scholarship, and then it's normally will be opened up. I think it's during the July or in August. So the detail have to refer to the admission office. So the short answer, we are providing the scholarship for these programs.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ten, for clarifications. And we have another question coming in here. What is the timetable like for pharmaceutical chemistry students? Is it similar or same with that of pharmacy students?
So for this one, the timetable, of course, we do have some module or some subject sharing with the pharmacy students. So some of the timetable, so you have to have a class with the pharmacy students, but those are very limited, one or two module per semester, especially during the semester one as well as the semester two lah. When you progress to the higher semester, most of the module that you're going to learn, you have the very specific for the pharmaceutical chemistry programs. You won't share with the pharmacy students anymore. And the other one is pharmacy is a 4-year program. Of course, it will be very packed with all those teaching and learning activities. And this pharmaceutical chemistry is a 3-year program. So if compared to the pharmacy students, actually your timetable will be relatively flexible. It's not that as packed as the pharmacy students, because you have the some of the module, you do have the visit to the industry. Actually, this is another good experience for you to gain some real work experience. Just go for the industry visit, and then you can gain because you have learned some of the knowledge during the lectures, and then we want you to export to the real environments and try to learn and adapt if one day you are going to venture into this particular industry. So basically, pharmaceutical chemistry students, the timetable will be different from the pharmacy students in this case.
Okay, great. Thank you, Dr. Ten. We have another question here. Who are the lecturers teaching this program? International or local? Or what are their qualifications? Is PhD? Dr. Ten.
So most of the lecture teaching in IMU will be combinations of the lecture of the local and the overseas lectures. So I think most of our lecture have a PhD degree. It's only some of them are still doing their PhD degree, and perhaps they were going to have the obtain of the PhD in the next 2 to 3 years time frame. So most of our lecture have a PhD qualification.
Thank you. Yeah. We have more questions here. So yeah, this is also a bit related question. This particular student is saying, I'm not so good in chemistry, but I'm very keen to work in the pharma field. So maybe possibly you can explain, elaborate a bit how this type of students can be supported in our program. Yeah.
Pardon, Sagi, one more time, pardon.
Student is asking, I'm not so good in chemistry, but I'm very keen to work in the pharma field.
So, very good. Okay.
A very good question. Yeah.
Dr. Fabian, any ideas on this?
I don't think I'm that good in chemistry as well, but I'm still in the chemistry field. Okay, these type of questions are two-sided. I think my managers once told me something. If you're not born with talent or for anything, you have to work hard. And I think if you really work hard and you have intent to do something about it, I think you will get to a level where you'll be quite good in something that you want to be in. So you're not so good in chemistry. I believe that you will have your friends, your people that are inside the same class as you. You will have your seniors, your juniors, and you'll be learning together. And when you learn together, you will get lifted up together as well. That is my personal experience in the past. Yeah, my friends and classmates really helped me during that time, and I really mean it.
Okay, there's another comment actually associated with this question on this particular attendees, and their dad is saying there is a good money to make in pharma industry. So Mr. Fabian, yeah, you can comment. Is it?
I can't answer that question, Dr. Saki. You won't go hungry lah. I don't know whether it's good money or not, but I don't have any issues with money currently, so I think I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, pharma industry is one of the richest industries.
Yeah.
In terms of the investments, into research and development is so huge compared to other industries. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, another question probably, Dr. Ten, try. Do students require SPM, BM to enroll for this course?
So I think this one you have to refer to the marketing, but normally because after graduating, you do not need really need a SPM in BM because you are not to register as a professional. Because as a pharmacist, you need to credit in the SPM in the BM. So this will be the difference between the pharmacy and the pharmaceutical chemistry programs.
Very good. Okay. Then another question here, is it hard to find a job after graduating from this course?
So this one, perhaps I can answer first. So it depends on how picky if you. So it depends, sometimes it's very picky because this job is a very low salary or very long working hours and then all those things and then very long travel distance and very far from my house, from my parents. So of course you can't get the job. Okay. If you are not very picky types, actually there is a lot of opportunity for you to get the job, to secure the job after you graduating from this program. Because this pharmaceutical chemistry program actually they can provide you with a diverse career. You can explore into a lot of things. You can use as a first chemist, so you can work in any industry that have a research and development environment, or in case the factory or the company that need your chemistry knowledge to carry out the analysis of the sample and other things. So of course you also can do work as a chemist or the technicians in this lab or laboratory. And then the other one, of course, perhaps you don't like to work in the lab. So perhaps you want to sit in front of the computer. So of course you have a quality assurance, regular affair. So you can just sit in front of the computer and work on the regulations and then the documentations and all those things. So this is other options. And then the other one is you like to talk. to the others people. You enjoy talking. So of course, you also can venture in the as a product specialist to sell the medical products as well as the equipments that are related to the pharmaceutical industry. For example, the HPLC or very high advanced equipment to analyze the drugs, the purity of the drugs. Of course, because you have all this knowledge, so when you're selling these products, of course, you can deliver well the knowledge that you have learned towards the customer. And of course, the customer, of course, will also feel very confident the way you explain to it because of knowledge and all those things. So this is also one of the things that you can venture into after you graduate from the pharmaceutical chemistry programs.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ten. Yeah, actually, as Dr. Ten mentioned, this actually pharmaceutical degree, pharmaceutical chemistry degree trains the students in a range of skills and knowledge areas, quite broad. As just now shared during the curriculum review and the what curriculum structure and so on. So you will be equipped with a range of skills whereby you will be successful in whatever industry you take in. Basically, you will be having a strong foundation in chemistry where you can apply this chemistry knowledge to solve so many industry issues, product development things across food, pharma, biotech, and so on. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. So now maybe we can look into further questions here. Okay, can share some opportunities on the student mobility program or exchange program. Dr. Ten, will you be able to elaborate further a bit? Student mobility. Yeah.
So perhaps the student mobility in this case will be referring to the internships for pharmaceutical chemistry programs. So you are going to have around 4 months in your semester 6. So you have the opportunity to intern at the overseas companies. So this will be the one of the we call as a student mobility programs for our students for our programs. So at the moment, we don't have any exchange program yet, but in the future, perhaps we can think about any possibility about this student exchange program in the future.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Then, we have another question here. Will it be a high probability to work in marketing field more than working in the lab?
So this one is a very good question. So it's depending on you, because some of our graduates actually they like to do marketing. So that's why even though after they graduated from these chemistry programs, actually they straight away look for the vacancy or the job in the marketing field. So it's really depending on your preferences, whether your interest. So but rest assured, most of our graduates are working in the pharmaceutical industry. So you have a high probability working in the chemical industry instead of the marketing field, unless you have a higher preferences to work in this marketing industry.
Okay, how about need for people in cosmetic industry? Yeah, maybe Mr. Fabian also can try.
Yes. The answer is yes. They need it. Yeah. Previously I gave a list of in my PowerPoint slide. I actually created a few links there. If you want to, you can actually take a look at it. There are a number of job openings there. So yes, the cosmetic fields actually need people.
Okay. Yeah, cosmetics industry is one of the emerging industries whereby need a lot of workforce, especially specialists in developing these things with the foundation, strong foundation in chemistry knowledge and so on. Yeah, truly. Okay.
I think we have another questions. I think from Amel. He or she asked, are credit transfer to the partner university competitive with the limited slots? So basically, yes. So we offer a very limited slot for this credit transfer to the partner university. So because all the credit transfer, they have a limited quota for the credit transfer program. So it is advisable if you should indicate whether you want to go for which you want to go for the leg blocker track or the credit transfer track. You should be advisable to indicate during your registration process. So I can just tell you that it's very competitive, where with the limited slot for this credit transfer program.
I think, yeah, that's about it for now. Thank you, everyone. As we are running over of time, unfortunately, we will have to end our session here. And thank you once again to Dr. Ten and Mr. Fabian for taking the time and effort to deliver such insightful presentations and real-world experiences with us. And thank you very much to everyone who is in attendance this evening. And we hope you are able to take away something useful from this session, and wish everyone the best, and take care.
Good night, everyone.